show with our first guest besides my co-host here, Junior Binno. We're here with Olivia Rita Orem. She is with Oliviancio. Can you say the name for us?
Yeah, Oliviancio.
Oliviancio.
Yeah.
All right, so we're here to learn a little bit about all of these beautiful designs, talk a little bit about this U.S. Open contest that you entered, that you got a chance to
design,
to style Venus Williams, right?
Yeah, design
Cool.
for her.
And so why don't you tell us, and plus you're a professional as well, and you're during the day at Keller Williams in Birmingham, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
So it all started off by me designing for Venus Williams. So I have a YouTube channel. I've been posting up videos for the past 10 years.
What kind of videos?
Just how-to and style videos.
Oh, cool.
Teaching a lot of people stuff, showing them my designs, things I've made. And then one of my videos, one of my friends, she posted on it. So I don't know her, but now I'm friends with her. She's like, you should enter this contest. It's designed for Venus Williams, and it was already in week 3, so I was like, I don't know if I should enter, if I'm gonna have the chance to even get looked at or when. So I entered and I started making it to the top almost every week. She was choosing her favorites and I was in it a few times, and then fans were choosing their favorites, and then I was in it again. So I made it to the top 10 a lot, and there were 35,000 entries, and then the end of the 10-week contest, she chose my design.
That's amazing.
So I got the call that I was in the top a few times, and so I got a lot of autograph stuff from her. They gave me some other stuff, and then they told me I won, and I couldn't believe it. They flew me out to New York.
Awesome.
Gave me an amazing experience. They extended my trip so I can see her wear my design, because I didn't know when she was going to wear it, and she won in my design.
So you both won.
So you got a chance to attend the U.S. Open.
Yeah,
with
saw it
Venus
live. Yeah.
Williams in the design that you designed,
Yeah.
wearing it and winning that day.
So
Wow.
it got a
That's
lot
huge.
of media exposure because she won, and her motto, she designs her own designs on the court, so her wearing one of my designs was a big thing, because she's she's wearing Nike, but the clothing she wears on the court are her designs. So
And does she have a line herself?
yeah,
line?
so she
does.
has her own sportswear line. So she'll wear a lot of the pieces on the court, and that's how she promotes it too. So having something that wasn't hers for a day on the court
That's amazing.
got a lot of attention, and it was the best experience of a lifetime. So
Did you meet her prior to the
Match.
event, before the match began? Were you able to actually meet her and talk to her in regards to the outfit?
no, so I didn't talk to her. I did talk to Pam Schreiber. I sat next to her at the U.S. Open. She said that Venus was talking about my outfit in the locker room, and
Oh, wow.
how she's excited to wear it, because she just has the motto of being confident on the court, helps you win. So it was nice that it was something that I designed that helped her feel she won. So it was round 2 of the U.S. Open, and then
That's big. How did it make you feel? I mean, just that moment of when, was it a call you got, or how did they announce to you that
they called me? So they called me, told me that I needed to sign some papers. I wasn't allowed to talk about it until it was pretty much happening, just because there were a lot of contracts I had to sign. So it was such an exciting thing, and they called me and said that I got in the top a few times, and then I thought the phone call was over, and he's like, I just have one more thing to tell you. You also won. And
wow.
I was just shaking, excited. My sister was right next to me, my younger sister Melinda, and she heard it all happen.
Sure.
And
was your parents?
Was she screaming?
Well, I was saying, what did your
Was
parents?
everyone screaming?
Yeah, I was like,
we called my mom and my sister after that. So my sister and I were home. They called my home phone. And I usually ignore those calls, I think.
Yeah.
So I picked it up, but my family is excited. They weren't allowed to say anything till it pretty much happened too. So
Good for you.
yeah.
Good for you. What an experience.
Yeah, that's big time.
Yeah, it picks you up.
Yeah.
What did it do for you at that moment in your life? Did it elevate you and give you more courage to be able to work through more of this and like give you that push? Or were you just so overwhelmed at first that like you just didn't know how to react to it?
I was excited because that was a point, like, you know, I was like young, and you don't really know where you're going in life.
Mhm.
And it was just a point that, like, doesn't matter what age, you can do anything and accomplish anything at no matter the age you're at. So I didn't have my clothing line out then, and they flew me out to New York, and they gave me like some money, so I like used that to start my clothing line. I donated a lot to charity. It just kind of like took me in the right direction of like where I always wanted to go in life.
Sure.
So after that, I started my clothing line, and a lot of the pieces in my line, so the first few pieces that I did were black and white, just to kind of like take it back to like the outfit I designed.
Yeah.
And Venus Williams like tweeted and like reshared on Instagram
Really?
the first few pieces that I did, because it was
nice.
just kind of like a tribute to like the black and white design that
So
I did
cool.
for her.
Sure.
So yeah, she's been keeping up with a lot of my designs, and she'll like talk about my YouTube channel. She'll share like the videos.
That's
so
awesome.
yeah, it gets a lot of attention when she talks about it. So
That's an
it's
influencer,
nice.
right?
Yeah.
She's influencing it, and it takes that to help out in these. I mean, because clothing can be a dime a dozen, but you just have to be unique in your own way.
Yeah.
You know, you're not recreating much. You know, you're just more putting your design and your art behind it to make it look nicer and better. You know, for that's just from my perspective as a buyer and everything. You know, the other thing I wanted to know and let the viewers know is, how much time did you have to prepare for this contest, and what does something like this take and toll to get to make an outfit?
So the contest was a lot of work.
Yeah.
So I got into it at week 3, but I was staying up like almost all night, just like working on designs. I think my like most creative time for me is like at night. So I just like was submitting as many like creative things as I can think of.
Sure.
So it was just like a lot of hours. I was staying up like a lot more than I would.
Yeah.
It was like tiring, but it was worth it, and
Yeah.
it was fun for me. So just like the whole experience was worth it.
Of course,
Yeah.
humbles you too. You know, to
Yeah.
know that you were graced with that
Yeah.
blessing. You know, it makes you understand. And,
So the design that she was wearing on the court that day was one of many designs that you had throughout the competition, or did that design just keep popping up and keep challenging and keep knocking other people off?
So this was I think she picked this piece as her favorite in one of the weeks. She chose me
so
as
you
like,
designed many of them?
so the contest was like 10 weeks long, so you got to submit like every week.
A different one?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I think it was 5 outfits per week.
Wow.
You could
That's a lot.
submit.
and you sketch these out, correct? Or do you have people that help you with these designs?
So Tide kind of had like colors and choices of things you can pick out and like choose from, like
Sure.
so it'll be like sportswear designs, and you can choose like the length of the skirt, the fabric, so you choose like everything, so you're not just designing it, you're choosing the comfort level, the fabrics, how much sweat proof it is, just like every little detail you're kind of picking out. So it was just more than a design, which was nice that I had no idea about sportswear, so I just kind of picked my preference and what I think would be comfortable on someone. So
made the right choice, it looks like, right?
Yeah.
And it's hard
Sure.
with what you're saying. You know, just I've dove into a little bit of that, you know, clothing line, apparel. It's hell because you have so many. It is because you have so many angles to look at.
Yeah.
Let's just start with just from men. Just from your hats, you can have 5 different hats just for styles of men. Then you go to like shirts, slim fit, wide fit, this fit, that fit, and it's like, holy cow, you know what I'm saying? And that's just men. Women are on another level.
Yeah,
I mean, you know what I'm
more
saying?
complicated.
You know what I'm saying? It's just more complex, you know? So for you to do that, you know, we give you credit for that because that's like you appealed to, like, you beat the mass, you know, of people out to be able to have this woman stand out. And what'd you say? How many?
35,000
submits, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's amazing.
So you were less than 1% of that 35,000, right?
Mm-hmm.
To be able to get into it. So That's awesome that you did that. How do you overcome to try to figure out, like, how do you appeal to Anthony in one way and how do you appeal to me in another way? Like help the people get over that complex. Like, what do you do to get that?
I think it's just a lot of like asking friends what they like preference. I'll do like a lot of like surveys with friends and family. Even for the hats. So like I ask people like what color would they like to buy the most. I think black was the top choice, but I actually sell out the most in the white. Even the Tigers players, they're asking for like the white colors.
Really?
They'll ask for both, but I don't know.
Well, you just recently feed off that. You just
Yeah.
recently ended up giving some of these hats or working with some of these hats with the Tigers
Yeah,
players.
a couple of the Tigers
Are you able to
players.
mention who or anything like that? at
Yeah,
this time?
Derek Hill and Matt Hall. So
Okay.
They're
Hopefully these will give them a little bit of luck for next year's season. We
Use.
they can use some of the big O on there, right?
I like the cleanness of it.
Yeah,
It's-
that's what they say. The Tigers players said that too, so they were like excited about them. They like the clean look. So I designed the logo, even the name. So I had it sketched out, and of course had someone professionally like computerize it and everything.
convert
so yeah.
So you went from doing this with Venus on the U.S. Open, and then you've done it with the Tigers. What's day to day though in your life? Like, what do you do to take your business to that level where everybody can buy from you? You know, your average person. Is there a website you promote, or how do you get your stuff out there so they know what and where to find you?
So I'm on Instagram. I'm also on YouTube, and then my website's Oliviancio.com. So you can find everything is from there. It'll take you to like Instagram, Twitter, Facebook.
Yep.
My YouTube channel is Olivia Rita, so that's where I'll post up stuff. I'm gonna be posting up more videos soon.
Good. It's okay.
So
Is it not been kept up to date recently?
So I've been keeping up with it, but it gets like my schedule's like pretty intense with this,
Yeah, it's
and
a lot of
like
work.
I do like a lot of fashion shows, a lot of charity shows, vendor sales, just like trying to like work with like celebrities and stuff, and design for like local people out of state. So there's a lot of things that go into it, and I'm right now just like doing everything myself. I'm in control of everything. So
you style and design?
yeah, so my clothing line just like is I design it and I like create the pieces and sew them and put them together, and the bow ties are handmade. Everything's handmade from like scratch. These are handmade, the scarves, shawls. So I'll like.
What kind of timing takes, like, effort and time into something just like let's talk this headband, because obviously hats are hats. We do the designs, we send them off to the printer, they do what they got to do.
Yeah.
This is not going to Impressions or any of these other guys. This is Let's talk about, because
This is a headband?
Yeah, it's a headband. She's got these. Which are these? What are these? The shaws? Is that what they're called?
Yeah. So
Right.
shawls,
Shawls,
wraps,
yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And including your beautiful shirt that you got on, right?
So
You
I
designed
made
that
those
as well.
too. Yeah.
Yep. So let's talk about time-wise. What does it take to get to this? How do you pop the designs and say, this is what I'm running with? And because fashion trends quickly.
Yeah.
Right? You go through
it
so many
flips really
changes.
quickly.
Yes. Like right now, we're in winter.
Yeah.
We've already got to think summer.
I know.
Isn't that crazy? She's got to buy. Yeah, he's
Wearing a summer outfit right
Yeah.
now.
yeah. But if you can tell us, we want to know, because the effort that you put into it makes the difference of the value in your product.
Yeah, so each thing is the timing is different. I mean, the headbands are probably like my quickest pieces. Those will probably take like 30 minutes. I also like make the tags too, so everything's just like really handmade. These tags are handmade, and I'll like use like a kind of like a blow dryer tool.
Why do you make the tag? Why do you make the tags why are they handmade?
I think just like the whole clothing line, I just love that it's like handmade, personal.
Yeah. It's like signing every letter to somebody, right? With your own handwriting versus the stamp.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
She's doing that.
So it feels more like custom.
Mhm.
Everything's custom.
Yep.
So that's what people love. Not something that they can, that everyone has. It
Mass
just
production
feels,
is different than
Yeah.
this here.
Yeah.
It's a lot different. It's a
So-
lot different. You know what's crazy with what you're saying in that regards? It's like we don't know as much into this kind of lifestyle unless you're somewhat into it. But like when you understand things that go into it, for example, here's Michigan, here's Somerset Mall, here's Nordstrom, Saks, and all that, right? They have mass-produced products in there where it's not limited. You can get it. But then you go travel like to Chicago and Illinois. Their stores are hand-selected. There's more of that private. They've purchased specifically for just those to limit what really is sold in some of those. So you make the difference in the value in what she's doing here. She's giving more of that limitation pitch and catering to a more exclusive clientele.
Wherever you are, you don't have to go to Chicago or
Yep.
Somerset.
But what I'm saying to you is she's giving more of that personal. She's not massing it out.
Yeah.
Hats are one thing, but this is another.
Oh,
These are another. These are another. They're more unique with it. So I see the touch that you're giving. But
So those are clip-on, obviously, right?
Yeah, some of them are. So I do both. I do the clip-on, and then
See
I
how that
have
looks?
That's
the
awesome.
it'll look sweet
the other
with what you have
ones.
on right now.
So I question men on that too, and they just either way.
Smoke.
Yeah.
Some of them like the clip-on, some of them like, the other one.
These are beautiful.
It would be handy for me. Much easier to put on than to try to make my tie with one hand.
Oh, yeah, these are beautiful.
What about these here?
So the bracelets, I do like a bunch of different stuff that just kind of like range to whatever anyone wants, and everything I do, like with the bow ties, the bracelets, the headbands, shawls, and even the outfits, I can change the sizes, I can customize it to you, I can change the prints, the colors, and everything. So that's where it really comes into like custom play for me.
Sure.
What's the inspiration behind some of those bracelets?
The bracelets, they're just like fun. I do like so many different ones. Like I have like 100 different at least. So just something like any woman can wear with like a certain outfit or just like an everyday piece. You can like mix and match with like the simpler pieces, and that's pretty much it for that.
Do you make anything for like custom for anybody that may want any of this stuff here that you've had requests for?
Yeah, I do like a lot of so I even do like scarves with different fabrics like cotton. I'll like have their like name printed on it or like their own like initial. The headbands I'll do like different beading, different colors depending on, some girls are like going on vacation, they want like a certain look, or like for a party. Even with the bow ties and the bracelets. So, and the hats, I can always change up the colors they want. So,
what's your lead time for something like that? You're a busy woman, so I mean, is this something like our people kind of wait last minute? So, if there's a wedding or something, they're knowing, and they need stuff like this or any event. Like, what's your lead time that you need so our viewers know to be able to put these orders in with you? Does it take you a month, a couple weeks? You
have this stuff in stock, right? Or
so like a lot of it I have in stock, but if it's like a custom piece, like a top or a dress, you need the custom size, and then I do some dresses like the beadings like all along the neck, and that takes a while to do, like everything handmade, hand sewn.
What's a while? Just so people understand how much effort you're putting in.
It really depends. Like if they need it right away, I can try to like do a brush, but
they better be paying you more.
Cost them.
Yeah, they better be paying you. If they don't, let us.
It costs 10 times more.
Yeah.
But I'm usually pretty quick on it. I like to, like, when someone orders, I like to get it done on time, get it out there. Even if they order from me and they're like local, like I'll hand deliver it to them so it can get there quicker. Nice. Yeah. So I'm just like, I'm on top of things when it comes to like, if someone needs it right away. Good. So.
Are you getting out of state orders as well?
Yeah. Good. So like the online sales, I get a lot of out of state orders. Good. A lot of people are in state. They don't know I'm like from the same state. Yeah. So it's funny when I we're like right around the corner from each other. Yeah. And
you're seeing that, you're like, hold on, I know that person, but I'm not going to say whatever. I'm just going to send it off. Like, put a nice thank you card and that's it.
And so you said something about a custom dress.
Yeah, so I'll do a lot of
what's the process that goes into like so someone sees a dress on your site?
Yeah, or like I'll do like a lot of fashion shows so people will see them from there, like the Detroit Auto Show.
And these are your designs, your dresses, your fabric, you cut them, you've sewn them, you've done it all.
Yeah.
And then you put them on the models, they go out there and then they say, I want that dress, and then they contact you, and then you have to fit them. So they come into you, or what do they do?
I'll ask them for their measurements, just so I'll tell them to go have them measured.
Enough material.
Yeah, if I know them well and I see them all the time, like I'll measure them, and I guess it depends. But then I'll get the dress made to their size, and I'll ask them like a few questions, like if they want like a certain length or like certain fitting, you know, just to get it customized to the way they want it so they're comfortable with it. All my pieces, like I make them, even the fancier pieces like the dresses and stuff, I make them, like even this top, it's like it's comfortable to wear. It's, you know, I want girls and, you know, even the guys to feel good, but also like be comfortable with what they're wearing.
So
Look good and
Yeah.
feel good.
Yeah.
Get the both,
So
right?
I think I
Yeah.
kind of
Have the
got
both.
that from designing for Venus Williams.
right.
Like,
Well, because
I
she's
just-
playing in it.
yeah, so I just kind of like thought like I should carry that in my line and, you know,
It's very cool.
have a lot of girls complain about like looking cute but not feeling comfortable. So
Yeah.
I want it to be different.
And
with
it's and God bless you, it gives girls one less thing to complain about
Yeah.
to guys.
that. So you're
You're
welcome.
saving it.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
guys.
Yeah, thank you.
One question that I'd like to I want to bring back and take a step back before all this, before Venus, before everything, right?
Yeah.
What was day one like? What was your first step, your first sale? How did you get to that
She
point?
designed her own diapers. That's how far back it goes.
My mom would have been proud of that.
Yeah.
So I was like, my parents were probably not happy about this at the time. I was taking a lot of my own clothes that they bought me that I like wasn't interested in wearing anymore,
Yeah.
and I would like rip them apart,
Sure.
Oh, my
make
goodness.
something new out of it. My parents were actually impressed about it. Like I would take a pair of pants and make a skirt out of it,
Mhm.
and just
Wow.
like really like different pieces and create something completely like different out of it.
Yep.
And then one day I like go to my mom and tell her like I want to get serious about doing clothing design.
Mhm.
This was like back in like the college days
Yeah.
when, you know, this is not, I guess, looked at as like a
What they're
career for a lot
expecting.
of
Yeah,
people.
right.
Yeah. It's not like the typical like doctor, lawyer kind of
Mhm.
career. But my mom and dad were like completely supportive of it. They got me like a sewing machine for Christmas.
Good.
Before that, I was like hand stitching everything. So when I like took apart the pants, I was hand stitching into the skirt, and having a sewing machine is life changing.
Yes, yes.
So
my
I
grandma-
appreciate it.
The entire Orem family were always a little ahead of their time.
Yeah.
Like and pretty creative people, very
Mhm.
outgoing.
Yeah,
not-
business people.
Yeah, they broke
Yeah.
the mold like early on.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
They were
it's-
Americanized a lot faster and got into that, seems like, when they were doing that. I mean, there was...
Sure, if you want to call them Americanized.
Well, they took the leap further than
Yeah,
what
yeah.
your normal party stores and stuff like
Absolutely.
that. That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
yeah.
Like, you
Yeah.
had to adapt quickly enough to this, and they understood that. And I saw that because growing up, I seen businesses that came
Yeah.
out of them for that. You know, you got to that point. They got you everything. Your first sale, what was that like? Like, how did you?
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I bet it was.
How did you make that? And then how did that inspire you to say, you know what, I'm hitting the ground running now. I like this.
I don't even think I remember my first sale.
That's
I was
crazy.
designing a lot for my sisters, like during the holidays,
Right,
and
right.
people
Yeah.
would see that. They'd post on social media.
Yeah.
And then people were like, I want that piece. Then I released my clothing line name at album release party for Frenchie.
Yep. And that's this over
So
here.
yeah, it was in New York, and it got a lot of press, like by MTV,
So
BET.
that's this right here.
So they had my like logo on the
Who's
backdrop.
Frenchie?
He's a rapper.
Rapper?
Yeah.
Not French Montana or whatever.
No. Nope.
And that's
no.
not Chloe's ex.
No.
Khloe
no.
Kardashian. No.
No.
Chloe Kardashian.
Nope. Nope.
Not that I know of. So
And you Taylor Swift too, huh?
yeah, she's on the side there. So.
She's so lucky.
She just wanted to.
She's
so
lucky
lucky
to
to
be
be in the
next
same
to me.
shot.
Yeah,
same
yeah.
shot as you.
what
Share
it
the,
is.
share some pages. A page with you.
Yes. Yes, she did.
Lucky Taylor.
So yeah, that was like a big thing. A lot of like big media was there. I didn't go down for it, but they had my name on like the backdrop where all like the celebrities and stuff were taking the pictures. So then from that, I started doing like fashion shows, vendor sales, charity shows, and that's where I like started selling like the first few pieces. Probably first sold to like a friend, I'm
Yeah.
guessing.
That's the support.
Yeah,
right?
so
Gotta do
that's
that
where it
first.
usually like starts, like friends and families. So
Good.
And then you were the best kept Chaldean designer, best kept secret Chaldean designer until you hit the Chaldean news.
yeah, so I've been in a lot of papers. The first time I was in the Chaldean news was when I designed for Venus Williams,
Mhm.
and then they asked to keep up with my stories. Like I went along and had more things to tell them about. So
Good. Good
Cool.
for you. You know, in Metro Detroit, we're not ever really known as the mecca of fashion. It's usually like, you know, New York, Chicago, LA, and all that. There is a woman who started the nonprofit foundation. I believe it is nonprofit, but she's the she deals with the fabric. For some reason I can't remember her name. She's based out of Detroit. She deals with all of this. She's a very strong plug, because what it is she just does workshops, but brings all of the people like you and others to come to this. They're trying to make that part of Detroit to become that fashion statement, so that it can come up.
Walk is another one. Deshaun is or what do they call him? They call him
Big Sean?
I forget. No. Deshaun's his name, but they call him
And he's what?
Jelly.
Okay.
Yeah. So he does Walk fashion show. I don't know if you ever heard of it, but it's like it's all over the world. But he's a local guy, and they bring models together with designers, local designers from whichever area they're in, and they travel all over the country, and they bring them together and they put on a fashion show and kind of give new up and coming designers a chance to
that's what I'm trying to see. The same thing with this lady here. She started It's Magnificent. The reason I just want to say it is because, one, whether it will help Olivia today, maybe group in and even enhance her, or the next person who, because she may be too busy, can't reach somebody like her to get the help. They have that now, which is huge, because then you'll know where to source your fabric from. You'll know who's doing your stitching. You know who's going to be able to provide distribution. She brought it all in, and it's pretty solid. I'm trying to see if I can...
And how far along is how long has this, when was this established?
The clothing line?
Yeah.
5 years ago. A little over 5 years ago.
That's nice.
Yeah.
And then your YouTube channel, you said Venus shed a lot of exposure to it and on it. How many subscribers do you have on that channel?
I have a little under 3,000.
Oh wow, that's a lot.
But I have almost like 1 million views on my YouTube channel.
Wow,
so close to.
That's amazing. And then how many videos do you have on there? And are they? You said they were for styling. You would help style people or teach people how to style themselves.
Yeah. So I don't know how many videos I have.
Is it a lot? Like hundreds?
No, not hundreds.
Okay.
Probably around like 30ish.
Okay.
Maybe a little less. Yeah. So.
Detroit Garment Group.
I've heard of that.
Yep, Detroit Garment Group. They're big on there. You can they give you opportunities, mentorship. You got jobs. They'll find you fields of stuff. So it's like a good way to connect.
Yeah.
Because when we said it together at the beginning, this is probably one of the hardest things to get off the ground.
Yeah.
Because you're trying to appeal to so many people, but the trend it flows so fast that like by the time you figured this out and you got this to start to move, sales slow down because they're waiting for the next thing to pop up. You know what I'm saying? So it's good. Well,
so we said you worked at KW Domain. Do you want to plug that? Do you want to plug that piece?
Yeah. So I started there a little bit over a year ago. My dad's he was in residential and then commercial, so I kind of grew up around it. So I just wanted to get into it, so I did. So I love it there. I love being in downtown Birmingham.
Yeah.
The people there are great. Yeah. Everyone's it's just like a fun atmosphere. I love meeting new people, and like with this industry and real estate, there's like a lot of similarities. You're always meeting new people. You're helping them with something, whether it's like find a house or like wear a new piece. And just like the end result is just them always being happy. So.
And your network is growing both ways,
Yeah.
And you get to co-work with one of our past interviewees. We'll give him a shout out. Big Sid Jamil. Yep. Big Sid.
The man.
Yep.
Yeah.
The legend.
Yep. Him and Faith, great people. Anybody you want to give a shout out from this industry that has helped you,
or
pushed
any industry.
you? Yeah, I would say this and then the other industry, but I'm saying just whatever has given you that push, that help, or whoever has stood by your side for support. So.
Yeah, I think definitely my parents, Gary and Bush Orem, and then my sisters, Marianne and Melinda, my nephew, Christian.
You have any brothers?
No, I don't have any brothers. Gotta give a shout out to my nephew, Christian, and then I think Venus Williams for just like...
Who's Christian? Is that...
My nephew.
Who's... Oh, your nephew.
Yeah, my sister's kid.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not your cousin, okay.
No.
Because I know we were on, we had a Birmingham...
Oh, Day on the Town.
Day on the Town And we stopped these Chaldean kids, and we interviewed one of them, and one of them turned out to be Randy Orm's son.
Oh, okay.
That's kind of funny. Your cousin.
Yeah.
Yep. So Venus was another person.
Yeah.
And then how about locally besides family, like any shops or anybody that you deal with, on a weekly or daily basis in this industry?
John, he introduced me to Frenchie. He was Kid Rock. He performed with Kid Rock. He was like the drummist. So he got me into like a lot of cool things and like was supportive of me and like, wasn't there trying to ask for anything back, just like support. The Tigers players are cool. They're like really nice, supportive. Just there's like a lot of people I gotta thank. Thank just the people, everyone in the like Detroit fashion show. They're someone reached out to me for the show years ago, and that's how I got started with that. So
Beautiful.
All the people like in the newspapers and magazines who like spend so much time putting things together to help me get my stuff out there and just like support me. So
Sure.
Nice.
Well, on the Keller Williams side, just that you're in there,
yeah.
do you have anybody that mentored you, or you can give a shout out there?
I think just like everyone there is, I love it at that office because everyone there is supportive. If you need help, if you have a question, no matter how like far along you are in that industry, like you're always gonna have some kind of question. And that office, like I never feel like I don't know something because there's always someone there who's like teaching or like has the knowledge, and I pass it along too, and we're just like all supportive of each other. It's
A family.
it's a we call each other family too, and everything there is so like family orientated. There's like no competition, there's no any of that. It's just like a lot of like positivity, and that's what I like about that atmosphere. So that's what I wanted to be a part of. And
All right.
Yeah.
Is Hiba Hakeem
Yeah.
a nice person?
yeah, I love her.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Just making sure.
I got her coming on soon. She told me, she said, listen, I'm putting you on the spot, Hiba. She said, I gotta just build myself. She's fairly new at the office.
Yeah.
She said, I gotta build myself. But the thing about it is, for a young woman, she's very influential.
Yeah.
She's got a very positive attitude towards life and people. So
Yeah.
I've known her and her family for a long time, and they're a great group. So
All those Canadians are nice people.
Hey. Hey, so shout out to you as well.
So we were talking beforehand, and I thought this was a choker, and you said it would be a cool choker.
Yeah.
Or cool to have a choker
You're
like
giving
that.
me design ideas.
Design ideas, yeah. I'm very creative with other people's ideas.
Except our own.
Yeah.
We always have to have that leaning hand on our own.
Yeah.
So we're gonna post it up and everything. But your website, do you have a website domain?
Yeah, Oliviancio.com.
Okay, cool. And then your social media, is it your personal or is it Oliviancio?
Yeah,
or
so I
something?
have an Oliviancio Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. So
Awesome.
and then my YouTube is
Mhm.
Olivia Rita. So
Okay, cool. Well,
So
we'll
just
make
go to
sure.
YouTube and search Olivia Rita,
yeah,
and then you
Awesome.
get all these fantastic
Beautiful outfits and everything.
styling ideas
yeah.
Yeah.
and dresses and some of your clothes on there, or is this a styling?
Yeah,
more
so
styling?
things I made before I even started my clothing line, the outfit I designed for Venus Williams,
Mhm.
a lot of like how-to and style videos. So I'll be putting up more of my designs so people
Cool.
can see them.
Can't wait to
Very
see
cool.
them. Anything we missed or may have not gotten on this interview that we want to let our viewers know?
I think that's pretty much it.
Pretty solid,
Yeah.
pretty covered. Any questions we got for her?
I think the last one would be, what does it mean to you to be Chaldean?
What does it mean to be Chaldean? I think the most important thing about being Chaldean is just like how supportive our culture is. I love how we just like all understand each other
Mhm.
and are supportive of each other, and it's just I love being Chaldean.
Yeah, beautiful.
Like I love saying I'm Chaldean, and it's just like it's nice that like again they keep up with me, they want to support me, they want to see where I'm at. It's just like really supportive, and I love supporting other Chaldeans too. So.
Awesome.
That's cool.
That's
Well,
what we love.
we're very happy that we got a chance to meet with you, sit down, and learn a little bit about your designs and your style, and it was fun.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're here to
Thank
back you up.
Thanks
Thank
for
you.
having me.
Thanks for coming
Awesome.
on. All right, peeps. See y'all next week.
Bye bye.